Interest rates are high, but they're talking about a recession. What if I take a short term and rates come down? I'd lose out. AGC's paying 16%. Good rate. Safe, too. Better get in now. Invest for a couple of years. Be sure.
John, please stop thinking.
Sorry, love.
AGC, 16%. You can Australian guarantee it.
Like an artist's canvassed impression, its character is warm and inviting. Its spaciousness creates a genuine feel of serenity. The blending of Australian hues is inspiring. The tranquil flow of old with the new is in harmony with its classical design. And the fine craftsmanship is truly a work of art. Homestead, builders of quality homes.
This program was proudly presented by Wattle. Wattle House Paint, Wood Stains and Estopol, Solar Guard and Kilrust.
All he wanted was a girl of his own.
Something in here is not working. There are worse organs not to be working.
Then, from out of the blue, it happened. Just one problem stands in his way.
What? Can I come in?
A little secret she's going to keep all to herself.
I'll be right there.
Monday night, a brand new comedy, Splash.
That girl is a mermaid. She's a fish. Nobody said love's perfect.
Daryl Hannah, Tom Hanks.
She's really hungry.
And John Candy. In Splash, a fantastic tale about a fantastic tale.
Come on in, the water's fine.
8:30 Monday on 7.
Charge in March, don't you muck about. Charge in March, the stains will soon be out. Charge in March, odors fade away. Charge in March, stains will never stay.
Charge in, stains out in trigger or aerosol.
Laser's got the style. Amazing. Looking good, feeling right.
Amazing.
Smooth and sleek, stylish lines.
Amazing.
Laser style, lots of space.
Amazing.
No wonder they call it
Good morning and welcome to ABC Television via OSAT Domestic Satellites on this Wednesday the 16th of December 1987. In a few moments it's Cartoon Carnival.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back once again to the stream. Been a while. Turns out having surgery on your hand takes a little while to recover from. But anyway, game time for the Pokémon as tradition. There we go. So, where'd we leave off? We got to... what is this again? I forgot the name of the city. Slateport, that's right. And they're all waiting in line. We've got to clear out the beach. I remember that we left the beach untouched. Yeah. I mean, that's nice of them. Maybe we defeated everyone already. So, just because I'm better doesn't mean the computer is. Been a while. It certainly has, Cool Bond. How are you? A bit quiet? As in you are, or the game is and I am? Because, yeah. Would be good to know. Just you having me too low. Hopefully that works out alright for you. I mean, as in, like, you're not purposely, like, blowing out your own speakers just to boost me up when everyone else is normal volume. Being decent? Well, that's good to hear. Slept well. Like, yeah, because Pokemon sleep is a thing if you, everyone else wasn't aware. And yeah, it turns out it is possible to fail at sleep. Which, again, isn't a surprise for me because it's just been an ongoing issue for the better part of 3 decades. Now, if memory serves, that's the second tier of contest. Where? I also found out that it's not exclusive to streaming where it does that. It is computer-wide. And I don't know why. Because it's like, theoretically, looking at XSplit, it was spawning multiple copies of a process that was taking up more memory. But I fixed that. And now it's still having issues, and also unrelated issues at that. So I am confused. Name Raider. Yes. I remember when I played this originally, not originally, but first time on not a GBA, you just slow it right down so you can just hit all the perfects. It's like, I don't have the time to be good at rhythm. Crap. Eventually I'll be able to figure out what's causing those stutters and hopefully afford to fix it. I'm just gonna skip the line. Oh, I wonder if that line's cleared up. I think this is Thief. Yeah. I mean, not surprised that Wingol can learn Thief. They're bastards. I mean, just in general, visit an aquarium if you feel like it. They're good places. Depending on how they treat their facilities and exhibits and everything. Like, SeaWorld, historically not good. And again, like, interesting little factoids. That I assume not a lot of players would bother with because, you know, it's not the main quest. But I like the little extra bits that people put in, even if it's not necessary. Interstitial? No, that's in between something. Just trying to think what the right word is. Quality of saltiness is salinity. I was hoping to find a slightly better way of doing push to talk, but XSplit doesn't seem to want to cooperate with that plan. But it will let me use better controller and poison. Now I barely have to do the work. Although, you know, that's not going to help being weaker. Poison doing about the heavy lifting I expected. What have I got? Potion. Yay. Awa. Yeah, Zubat's a poison type, so I don't think the gas is going to work. You'll have to forgive me, I haven't been Pokemoning for about a month. So I'm not as up to date on things as I was. It's weird how, like, little of a time you need to just break your brain. I remember reading, basically, it takes 2 weeks to get into holiday mode once you start a vacation from work, but 2 hours to get back into work mode after you finish a vacation, which really doesn't seem fair. Well, maybe it killed itself. No. We're not that lucky. Now we know poison works here, so let's go for it. Which is fine, we don't need to be doing too much attacking. So I know this is basically like suicide, but I do get to finally test the thing I've been trying to do since I started the streams. There we go. So I'll try and keep track of that a bit more. I'm going to go back through the archives as well and see what I can add to for that. I also have a list of shiny things, so if on the very unlikely event that I ever encounter a shiny Pokemon, that will be added to that. But also tracking badges or other types of things that I think are a rarity. Or, you know, like special enough to count. Simps has a different meaning these days, my dude. Look, a large amount of life does exist on land, but not all of it. Like, I don't know how many species of fish or whatever there are, but it's like, to be fair, however many million species of insects are found every day or whatever it is. But there is a non-zero amount of oceanic life that you really should be paying attention to. And also in Pokemon. Like, have you heard about whales? Just in general, they're pretty cool. Again, the weird... some audio is missing. So it did slight port, now it's going further on. At 110. I think this is where we got Gulpin from. So there's, what, Electrike and... like, nothing really too interesting. Some audio in the background. Is the fan on? Oh god, no. It is cold. I think it's just like picking up little bits of background noise. I'm gonna see if I can balance this and tweaking with the noise gate again, because that's what did it last time. So that should be better at least. Yeah, it's like a weirdly sensitive mic sometimes. Like if I just put my leg against the side of the desk and it's picking up like a little bit of noise somehow. But if I were to turn it back down to a more reasonable sort of gain, apparently I'm going to get very quiet, which I also don't know how to correct. Let me try it, just a sec. Okay, so hopefully this is a little bit better because I've moved the mic closer. It is blocking a little bit of my vision of the screen, but nothing important. And I did turn the gain down. So there shouldn't be too much of an issue with more background noise. hopefully. The trick is I can never tell. This is why I wanted to push to talk to work a little bit better, so I can actually do it when I intend to talk. But I don't know which button is going to be the button I need to assign it to. I also don't know how to set it so that it does become the button I want to set it to. It's probably a very weird way of explaining it. So either I can set the hotkey as the button on the controller that I want, or I can set the button on the controller to something that the system recognizes automatically without needing to figure out which is which. Like, for when I'm doing podcasts and the like, I have like a little handheld button. Sort of like a game show buzzer type deal. And that's set to F24. The function 24 button. But I can't do that on this controller as far as I know. Again, could be wrong. I just need to take some time to figure it out. Because I thought I had it figured out before streaming. Which is why it was like a 5-minute late start. Says that it's on top of Jaya. Okay. I have the stained glass Magic the Gathering Planeswalker large mat as my mousepad, basically. And I'm just making a note of where the microphone stand is in order to replicate this positioning. Yep. Like, as I said, every time one of those stutters hits, the entire system freezes up. So I'm not sure, like, if any of the mic noise comes through or like anything else. It's weird. I don't know. Again, wish I knew what the problem was so I could look into fixing it, but I am not that smart. And it's also hard to describe for people who are smart enough. Grass poison, I think you are, so let's put you to sleep first. Oh yeah, I got Zigzagoon fainted. Ah, you fool. just grass, I guess. Nope. Grass poison. I thought I'd heard the super effective thing. Tell you what, a little bit sleepy today because it was a pretty early start. Because that's the other thing about having the arm surgery, is having to go to physio to recover. Physiotherapy, and it's early in the morning because of work, and also painful because of physio. Lots of stretches and, you know, just pushing and pushing until you try to reach that limit of where pain becomes too much, but also not so much that you do permanent damage. Because apparently it's like a maybe 6-week recovery after the, like after all the bandages and everything come off, like pure physiotherapy level. The surgical recovery itself is like between 3 to 12 weeks is what I got advised. Guys over at r/tech support is usually where I go when I've got an issue I can't just Google. Yes, but it also requires using Reddit. Poison. Headbutt. Cool. They might know what would be the easiest way to troubleshoot it. They got a Discord. Everyone's got a Discord. That is one of the great issues with the internet. Like, I know that's probably the way I've got to go. Maybe not Discord specifically, maybe just sucking it up and joining Reddit finally. But it's like, theoretically a text-based tutorial works just fine. It doesn't need to be a video, doesn't need to be like a massive issue, it doesn't need to be a separate Discord. But that's how people get ad revenue and all that type of stuff. I don't know, it's a complicated thing. I'm not smart enough to have an opinion. Because then it's also like, oh, maintaining your own website for these issues costs money because you've got to rent servers or like maintain it. Like, okay, I can understand why some people would not want to do that. Oop. Let me fix that. Because I did lengthen the amount of characters to a message, but I guess that was a bit much. Well, a bit not enough, I should say. Bot. Cancel the overly long messages one. Cool. The old message got eaten. I'm very sorry. Like, it didn't even get to... Just making a throwaway account for tech support would probably be the best way to avoid as much Reddit as possible. Yeah. As I said, that's probably what I'll end up having to do. I don't know, it's just, it feels annoying. Like at work, we were pressured for a time to join, I can't remember the name of it, but it's basically corporate Facebook, as in it is run by Facebook. And eventually they gave up on pushing that as hard, because everyone apparently was already on it. And they're changing over how they're doing like the rosterings and like punch cards for signing in. Like, oh, just download this app. Like, cool. What if I don't have a smartphone or don't want to use an app? Silence. The Reddit is a much smarter / dumber Google for specialist subs. Yeah, I know. I also remember when Google used to be good. Which is like maybe making that feeling worse. Because it's like you Google something and it's there. No ads, no nothing, just the results you need. Now, like, to get anything halfway decent, you have to limit it to Reddit. Which is terrible, but the state of the internet. Because then, as we've seen, if Reddit's like subreddits decide to protest and shut down, for example, a lot of the internet sort of went stupid for a bit. Because it's like, I need these answers to these questions. Well, you can't get them because we're on strike. Blackout did more damage to Google than to Reddit. Well, I think Google did more damage to Google. Again, it's like, I remember when it was, basically when it was young. It's like, yeah, no, we are just the good search engine. We guarantee it, here is our promise to you, type of thing. Literally, one of their ads was, no, we're not gonna throw in like weather prompts, we're not gonna give you ads, just the results you need within however many microseconds. Give Google a try, they say. And now here we are, in the state of the current internet as it is. Where everything's terrible and everyone's just trying to make a buck. Capitalism. But again, I'm too stupid to have proper opinions about anything, so I just tend not to. Because it's also, even if I did, I can't articulate them well enough to like get the point across without like sabotaging myself. Which probably then ties back into the whole, you know, children should be seen and not heard. If you're quiet, you're a good kid type of thing. Like that is, that's a level of trauma that people with ASD often experience. I hate that attitude. Yeah, I mean, it's I think maybe a bit easier these days because there's a lot more education about things. But when I was younger, it's like, no, that was by the book. I think I only just avoided the, you know, beating your child into submission physically. Because, you know, fear and pain is a good motivator for children, apparently. It's really not. Don't do that if you are a parent or anyone near children. If you find the urge to cause pain to someone, I would suggest not doing that. Maybe having a look at yourself and try to find out why. also saying, oh yes, too stupid to have opinions, so I just keep shut my mouth. Because that way, I don't get in trouble for saying the wrong thing. Which then, of course, gets me in trouble for not taking any public stance on anything. Like, oh, if you're not actively supporting the so-and-so political party, that means you're definitely supporting the enemy, regardless of who's saying that. Everyone is very hyperbolic. Probably rotate some of my Pokemon to get some levels into them. I'll start with this Magikarp. I mean, it's level 15, it's got to be a decent chunk of experience, right? But of course, it's a Magikarp, so it won't be. Yep, switch out. Put Zigzagoon in front for a bit. Build Trick House. And this is, what, a cut maze? The good thing about this is, rather than just a maze, you can just take your time and get every part of it, rather than getting hopelessly lost to the point of panic. True story. Come to think of it, I got a weird amount of weird stories. Like, nothing especially egregious, just like minor little weird things. And I don't get it. Like, most of them aren't even interesting stories, just mildly weird. with the maze specifically, there's, where was it? In, I think Tasmania. There was like not a corn maze, not grass, but like sort of reed lining wall panels. Like not wood, just basically panels of twigs. And my sense of direction is terrible at the best of times. Like I've gotten lost on a main road that is a straight road before. But yeah, this maze, middle of summer basically, so December-ish, like January, around there. So it's warm. Sun's overhead. I like lose my place in the maze. Literally can't find my way out and just fall into a panic that I was just gonna like overheat and burn and die. Like literally that was my thought process. And the maze was just tall enough that I couldn't like signal for help or anything. I eventually found my way back to the entrance, and then yeah, the people that I was with were just like, oh, it took you long enough, where'd you go? And it's like, well, I was in the maze. Like, oh, we finished like half an hour ago. We were waiting for you. It's like, I was contemplating the finality of existence, but thanks for asking. The only thing annoying about it is the animation windowy thing takes a little bit each time. Yeah, hi, how you doing? Not odd, it's just a little oddish. But no, I try to do my best in life, as basically anyone hopefully should. And yeah, I'm just like, I don't have any thoughts of my own to make decisions. Which again, I'm sure is an autistic trait. Just a regular potion, I think. Like, I don't know if that's a masking defense symptom or like a trained behavior or something else entirely. But it's like, I don't think I've ever made a proper decision for myself at any point in my life. Largely it's been like, oh, what do you want to do? I don't know. What about if you did this? Okay. Just over and over. I don't even need to cut this one. I'm doing it out of spite. worth it. I don't know. Life is hard and then you die. Something like that. Hey, bud. Attack. Do I have anything for that? Berry, probably. Yep. It'll get there. Potion might as well. Let's see how far we can push it. Hopefully to the end. There we go. Probably not a second one though. Let's get Dustox in there. Even though I know it's not going to be a long-term investment. That's weird. How can psychic power miss? Like, even if it's like a wideband blast, it's like, you're probably going to get them eventually. Because it doesn't feel like it's targeting directly into their heads. Well, at least, confusion anyway. Like, Psybeam? Yeah, okay. Psychic just feels like an entire field attack. But yeah, it's a little bit weird sometimes. Psych with the abbreviation. Like, one letter off. You couldn't just give him one more letter. Yeah, nah, fair. Boop. And touch it. But come on, most of the way there, you might as well. Yeah, while I think of it, so I don't have to come back later. When did I do 7? Well, there. That's all of Pokemon Blue that I don't need to worry about then. Cool. Because I don't think I got any legendaries to worry about in Blue. Although I did get the Hall of Fame, so does that count as a shiny? Maybe. Ooh, piece of candy. Well, back down to heal. That's also a thing about basically taking a month off from streaming is like, oh, I gotta get used to sitting again. Because I don't often get the chance. So a lot of things, like my spine, are misaligned. Don't get old. I mean, get older, but don't become old and infirmed if you can at all help it. I'm not saying to shorten lives type of deal. Some people would take the wrong message from that. That's a little bit better at least. Slight repositioning. This minion's going out of its way to just be annoying. Or is it minin? Either way, it's a bastard. Let's put my wile up front for a bit. Probably looking at a break after this fight, hopefully. Just dead. Sand attack. Oh yeah, it's dark type. Aaron, yeah. Change over to Torchic. Because I've got the yellow ad break alert, so within 3 minutes. Now it's fighting that, or earth that's good against it. Not the fire doesn't hurt it. Electric. Nope. And I know at the bottom there it says Mawile is steel fairy type. Ignore that. Fairies don't exist. Fairy godparents. There we go, we got there. Oop. Alrighty. Please stay tuned and enjoy these commercial messages from, what, 30, 40 years ago?
Keep the cup sale. Look at these challenging offers from their October catalogue. Have fun with all your crew. America's Cup, the game. $24.95 value, but only $9.95 with every film developed by Amcolor. And stronger, longer-lasting Duracell batteries, priced from $1.89. Don't forget our commemorative lapel pin and keyring offer. Amcal Chemist Keep the Cup sale is now on because who cares? We do.
Think barbecues, think the fire station. Think outdoor living, think the fire station. The fire station, 41 The Parade, Norwood, has it all. The new cook-on gas kettle, $269. The charcoal down under kettle, $119. This Speedmaster in a Jarrah trolley, $279. Or build in your own with this 3-burner cook-on gas insert, $163. See both the gas kettle and the charcoal down under kettle demonstrated at the fire station. With off-street parking, 41 The Parade, Norwood.
Have you noticed how everywhere you go these days, everybody's serving white wine? Don't get me wrong, I've got nothing against white wine. It's great with meals. But a lot of the time, you want something more refreshing than wine. That's when I have Cinzano. Cinzano Bianco. Soda, maybe a dash of orange. Less alcohol than wine. And much more refreshing. Chin chin. Cinzano, the refreshing change.
Hey, don't sit around by yourself this summer wondering what to do. Have a bit of fun in the sun with Hamard's Summertime Fever cassette pack. Just press play and the fun begins with over 100 of the best summer songs ever in a sturdy carry case. 6 great cassettes full of hits to get you up and dancing right through the day and night. Grab your own Summertime Fever cassette pack at your nearest record store for only $21.99 and turn this summer into a non-stop rage.
Sunday night, Raymond Burr stars once again in the role that earned him worldwide fame.
Who are you?
Witness television history when Perry Mason returns.
It's nice seeing her.
With Barbara Hale as Della Streets.
For the first time, I know what it's like to be the accused.
In this brand new movie, she needs the help of the defense lawyer who's never lost a case.
We're talking about Della's life.
A classic whodunit laced with murder and deception. One of America's highest rating movies comes to Adelaide television for the first time. Perry Mason returns, 8:30 Sunday on 7.
Hello, I'm Tanya Cook.
And I'm Ann Forward, and we're checking the main stories from tonight's bulletin of 7 National News at 6:30. Dean Lucan was on the Gold Coast today, fulfilling a public appearance despite his arrest on drug charges last night. Lucan opened a restaurant and he was happy to talk about hamburgers, but not about his arrest. He'll appear in a Port Lincoln court next month.
A crash landing at the Edinburgh Air Base. The old DC-3 lost power on takeoff and slammed back onto the runway. The landing gear wasn't locked and the left wheel, wing, and propeller were damaged. None of the 17 people on board was hurt.
In Alaska, this Boeing 727 came in without a nose wheel. The runway was covered in foam to stop sparks, and the big jet slid to a halt. Everyone got out safely.
And Dennis Conner and the New Zealanders took their America's Cup fight onto the water today. It was Conner's race. He ended the New Zealand winning streak by bringing Stars and Stripes home 45 seconds in front. The weekend weather outlook now. Here's Keith.
Well, after a very rough night with gale force winds, thunderstorms and possibly some hail in the south, tomorrow will be much colder with still southerlies at 20 to 30 knots and stream showers, particularly over the southern part of the state, as a result of which tomorrow temperatures will be at least 4 to 5 degrees below those of today, and indeed on Sunday, with the continuation of a southerly, temperatures will remain down. Now, for Adelaide, for the next 24 hours, we'll have a low tonight of 13, top tomorrow 17 degrees, with the outlook for Sunday something similar.
Thanks, Keith. That's the news tonight. I'm headed back to Texas tomorrow. Thanks again for having me here. And Ann, I'll see you in Austin in a couple of weeks.
I'm looking forward to it, Tonya. It should be great, and it's been a pleasure having you here as well. We'll have Stephen Tracy back on 7 National News tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Hope you can join us then.
Alrighty. So yeah, Perry Mason. Yes. That's, I think, one of the things that Phoenix Wright was based on, or at least inspired by. Oh, I want to do that. I want to do this, but I don't want to accidentally ban my moderator. Because I think there's one Phoenix Wright case that is straight up lifted from a Perry Mason episode or thereabouts, is the one where he's got to interview the parrot as a witness. Alright, how are we looking? Let's have a look. 2 paralyzed, then a little bit down on health. What are the shiny things I've collected? Badges so far. And I'm thinking I might include Hall of Fame entries, because I accidentally did gold twice. And yeah, anything else that I feel qualifies as interesting or rare. Because I doubt it's going to be shiny Pokemon. But you never know. I pretty much know. And an Oranberry. Tag. Alrighty. Hey Brendan, how you doing? Just thinking about that Tumblr post with the JPEG of the guy playing the trumpet and the girls getting annoyed. Cherry. Like, yeah, the post I'm thinking of gets to about this point in the song and then loops it back around. It's fire, fire, fire. Water. You know, you really just do it to yourself. That's the wrong thing. Try it again. I know I could just end it, but I wanted to do it this way. Yeah, I did hear that he likes Mudkips. Well, this is probably not a great matchup. need to do a lot of damage, I just need to do it enough in a specific way. Yeah, fair. Yeah, let's send Dolph out. We have the speed advantage at least, so... And as they say is that... Hello, Smithers. You're quite good at turning me on. I should probably ignore that. I guess Plusle is for Sapphire exclusive. Wow. Well, maybe it's just like a percentage thing, like odds. Again, I'm not really that smart enough to have an opinion. Yay. Sweet scent, lowers evasion. Nah. I mean, come on, that one's a bit obvious. Too much water. But in general, water types are severely overly represented. Like, fire types don't get much of a look in. What was it, I think? I can't remember. I think it's ice that gets the shaft, basically. Yep. I meant to wait until they turned back around. Yeah, I was going to say, you're better off using Absorb than Nature Power if they're going to do the same damage, but one heals you a little bit. Not going to be enough to make a difference, but, you know, the smarter choice. Oh, that's good. You can't hear the low HP alert because that part of the sound is muted for whatever reason. So it's whatever channel that happens to take up. Oh boy. Lots of yawns. Yeah, Peck is useful, Growl is less so. I mean, Focus Energy is really the back runner at that. So this will be Combuskin, I believe. Yeah. Because look, it's been a little while since I played this, and even longer since I used the starter. Because I don't typically. Because for aforementioned reasons, I don't like how overpowered they feel in comparison to, like, the rest of the people in the world. Can't affect me. Still can't affect me. But also, because I'm already paralyzed, you can't give me a status like poison or sleep. So, sorry about your damn luck. So that's 17. Let's switch out. Again, a little bit on the nose. Definitely not bananas. Yeah, I can run. I forgot about that. I keep forgetting about basic mechanics. No. Look, I don't even own a TV. Which I think is a lie, because I think we have a SNES connected to... not a SNES, an N64 that uses a GBA as a controller is the specific reference. No. Oh yeah. Dustox appears, Pokemon normal. Like, yeah, no, it's literally nothing special. It is a piece of garbage I picked up along the way. I wonder if any of these people stand out from the others. Like, legitimately, no. This town. Ignoring the plot for the moment. Oh yeah, that's the Winston Manor, I think it is. I think I need the badge for this. I'm gonna try it. Yeah. I forgot that was for special defense, not just defense or attack. Yeah. Needs the badge. Win straight. Oh yeah, because it's a pun. X amount of wins in a row. You know what, actually, I'm gonna call it a bit early. Just because it's like a combination of being tired and getting back into the rhythm of things. So let's call it there. Regular save. Sneaky save. And with that, I will leave you until tomorrow, where I will be returning for more Pokemon, and hopefully after a good night's sleep. Because, oh boy. But yeah, stay tuned after these closing messages if you feel like joining in the raid. Let's see who we've got going on. Alright, bye.
And so we come to the end of another day on Sunshine Television. Hope today has been a good one for you, and we hope tomorrow is an even better one. And now this is Ray Marsh on behalf of all of us here at the Granville studios of SEQ Television on channels 8, 1, 5 and 10, wishing you all a very good night.